Capricorn, hi and welcome to your reading. If you have been here before, welcome back. If you are new to this channel, welcome in. We are here to embrace you with open arms. It's nothing but love and just really authenticity over here. So come in and be your most authentic self wherever you exist at this time on your journey, be it positive, negative, or neutral. I just ask that you come as you are and leave better than you came. Okay? That's all I can ask of you guys. Take that mask off though. This is a safe zone, a non-judgmental zone. I don't know why I'm still shuffling the cards for you guys. Ooh. Ten of Swords flipped over. There's something that you guys do not believe in. First card out, you guys have the Ten of Wands, which came through in Sagittarius's reading, but it was more so a warning for them that somebody's going to try to come into their lives to try to get the last laugh, you know, because I feel like there are some Scorpios that may have potentially ghosted someone and they didn't take that well. You know, it really bruised that person's ego, and so they're going to come back and try to package it as if they, you know, they mean well and they're coming off as sweet and charming to try to disarm the Sagittariuses just until they can like get to that weak spot and really exploit it. Okay, and I didn't get to say it like I'm saying it with you Capricorns. So if you do know a Sagittarius and you too know that there is somebody that's trying to come in at this time, being that Mercury has stationed retrograde, and trying to make it seem like, you know, they want to express love and that they're in love with this person, but you know that the true intent is just to come in and start some shit and start some trouble. I definitely feel like some of you guys are going to be intercepting that message or that attack for sure, and I'm going to show you why. What's crossing you guys is the Hermit card, which was at the bottom of the deck right before I cut the cards and turned on this camera. I didn't think that the card was going to actually come through because Sag had a different card at the bottom and that didn't pop back up. But anyway, about you guys, the Ten of Wands with the Hermit card. Some of you guys are having to retreat, right? This is involuntary. You got into a point where you have just been attacked from all sides, or again, maybe the Sagittarius is coming to you after they get attacked from all sides because they couldn't see it coming. They didn't get the message in time, which is so unfortunate if that is what happens. But they're going to be coming to you for some healing and some guidance. And you're going to be letting them know, like, hey, you know, you've done the best that you could in this situation. Or, hey, now you see the repercussions for certain actions that you have taken, right? And how it has come back, or how it has backfired on you, right? And teaching this person about karma and karmic lessons and about potentially the law of attraction, or this is some research that you're learning after being attacked, after being defeated, and or feeling disheartened, if you will, for certain situations that have happened surrounding friendships, but surrounding your societal structures that you've been creating or that you've been participating in, right? You in the career that you've been growing into, or otherwise, right? If it's not going so well right now, say that you have your own business, but there isn't much traction, okay? And so you're really taking those hits, and it's affecting your ego to some degree. And so you're having to retreat. So that's what's happening here. But you're going to be gaining an understanding of knowing what it is that you can still change about the situation, and what you just have to surrender and allow for the universe to handle, right, in its own time, or what you just have to allow to dissolve. If this is about your feelings in a certain relationship that may have ended, being that the 10 is all about endings, then this is you learning that, like, you can never stop loving this person. So it's best to not suppress it, because that's only going to come out in other ways as well. But you just kind of have to wait for the intensity of it to fade, right? And the 10s do tend to linger for a while because they are the highest cards before you get into the court cards and the major arcana. And so it's going to sting a little bit. You're going to be heartbroken for a little bit, but this too shall pass, right? What can you take control over? Don't stop living, right? That's what's wrong with the situation. I feel like some of you guys just aren't motivated to go on. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys feel like you're a shitty person because the aces are all about the I. And so it's affected your personality and the way that you see yourself. And it's affected your confidence. For some of you guys, you've been walking, and this came up, I think, in Aquarius's reading, being the lone wolf. Okay, and then you are allowing for your introspection to turn into isolation, where you don't want to interact with anybody at all. Okay, you would rather just keep to yourself and mind your own business. You have your head down because, again, you might be trying to build on things entrepreneurially. You're trying to get yourself out of your 9-to-5, or you're trying to get yourself out of this toxic environment that you may have been in. Because you know how like it affects you and how it affects your mood. Like the bad energy just has rubbed off on you in a sense, you know what I mean? And you're acting in ways that's just not of your typical nature and the way that you typically act. Like you're a lot more sensitive, you're a lot more open, you're a lot more compassionate, you know what I mean? A lot more delicate too. A lot more intuitive, but I feel like whatever's been happening to you has been turning you away from that knowing, right? Turning you away from yourself. I feel like some of you guys are doing a little bit too much daydreaming with the Two of Cups, trying to dream of a better life, but ignoring the reality of the work that you have to do and put in order to manifest it, right? To see it happen. Actualize it is what I'm hearing. With this Two of Cups, some of you guys are dreaming about like your dream girl or your dream guy, but yet and still you can't call that person, that soulmate, into your life because you're so worried about the past, right? And what those past people have done to you. Your heart has been hardened. You haven't healed from that. You haven't accepted that they were just trying to teach you something to put into this next relationship to go into, right? So you can't see the forest for the trees right now. It's definitely what is coming through. Some of you guys, you've just been laying around in despair with this Ten of Wands. You're dirty. You need to take a shower. You know what I mean? Whatever has happened, like, you can't do anything to change it. We don't know how to time travel yet. So you know what I mean? Like, you can't change whatever just happened. Be it this breakup, be it this business that you've had to close, right? That you've invested in. There was only one way that this situation could have ended, and it's exactly how it ended. You know what I mean? What is it that you can get rid of here? Because what's wrong with this situation with this Ace of Wands, you're trying to hold on to this. It's like you have your grip or a grasp on something that no longer belongs to you. I feel like out of these Ten of Wands, you try to take one of these as a goddamn souvenir. You can't do that. It's going to impede on anything that is coming into your life. Just lay it down. Don't wrap your identity into things. Don't wrap your identity into people. Don't put all your hope and your faith into people or into another person. Put it in God, you know what I mean? Into the universe, into your angelic gods, whatever it is that you believe in. Put your faith in that more so in a physical person. Because this physical reality is just an illusion. And I feel like some of you guys are learning that, if nothing else. Just how much of a farce this whole experience is. That we are comprised of waves. Like, we're bags of carbon. So if you break it down to like an atomic or a cellular level, we're nothing but like protons and electrons bouncing off of each other at such a fast vibration that it makes it seem like you're looking at something that is solid, but in all actuality it isn't. Because like, if you turn your head away from, like if I turn my head away from the kitchen, I can't verify that it's actually there right now. I can see it in the reflection, but what is a reflection really? You know what I mean? So I feel like some of you guys are learning that like nothing is real. Some of you guys need to be a little bit more imaginative and more optimistic about the type of life that you want to have, because you are going to be able to create it, especially with this new moon energy. You're starting again in a new phase. This is a new cycle. That's what you're learning with the moon if you're not already on your period watching this. Your attitude determines your latitude. That's where you end up. You have the Fool card going out. So your attitude of gratitude determines your latitude and how high you can go. The heights that you can reach. You take this loss as a lesson. Okay, what didn't you do? What didn't you have for the business to be successful? So that you can start working on that, and you know now to implement that in the next time and the opportunity that you have to launch this business. Or maybe it just wasn't a part of your mission. Maybe you were just to learn those skills for the business, and then now that you know how to run a business, though it has gotten shut down, you know all of the tools and you have all of those resources for the thing that you're actually meant to be doing, or who you may be meant to help. Because with this Two of Cups, it can be like, what's wrong is you tried to do it by yourself, but you were meant to have a helpmate. You were meant to have a business partner here, if not a romantic relationship with somebody. But for some of you Capricorns, it's just you're trying to get to know and figure out this person. If you still have them in your life, this person is extremely moody, highly sensitive, highly intuitive, and really has a lot more depth to them than you even know. But you do have a knowingness of it, right? When you're around this person, it's like you feel like you can only scratch the surface, but you have the desire to want to know more. But you can't be the only one with the desire. That's what's wrong with the situation if you have somebody around that you want to be romantically involved with. But I feel like now is the time for you to pour your heart out, pour your feelings out, and let this person know. Because unless they actually know where you're coming from, they're not mind readers here. You know what I'm saying? Though they can feel the change in energy and moods and stuff like that, and knowing when a dynamic is off, or knowing when a person's having an off day, it's still like, unless you affirm it, and again, unless it's mutual and that conversation is had and a move is made, it will never go anywhere with this Fool energy. What goes up must come down at some point. Some of you guys, you might be thinking that something is greater than it actually is right now, and so ignorance is bliss, but you will hit rock bottom eventually. Again, stop living in fantasy land with some of this water energy. But whoever you may have an interest for is very enticing to you, is what I'm hearing. Unlike anything you've known before, you've tried maybe a lot of tricks to get this person that haven't worked, or catch this person's attention, and it hasn't worked, and you're just like, man, like I don't even know what else to do at this point. So you've had to retreat, and you have to become the Hermit card. Because it's like this person is just unfazed, unbothered here. Or just knows that you need to come with more. There needs to be more intensity. There needs to be more action here. That's what's missing. That's what's wrong about the situation. Romance is lacking. Going on dates is lacking. Making a move altogether is lacking. Somebody has to initiate here. So somebody will be making a statement if it hasn't already happened. And this can be just you on your own. Once you get out of your way, once you lay down all of the heavy baggage that you've been carrying around, it's no longer your responsibility to hold on to. Again, you don't need to have the trophy, right? You don't need to have a souvenir of this experience or of the chapter that you've come out of. You don't need it. So once you let go of all of that, right? Once you let go of any grudges you may be holding against people, and you free yourself up and you free your mind up, it allows for you again to have that spark and to be more imaginative. You go from having that writer's block to writing 3 books in the span of a week. I don't know if that's actually what happens, but you know what I'm saying? It allows for you to really direct your focus to what actually matters. Some of you guys are paying attention to things that aren't matter, or again, that are fanatical, that haven't happened yet. It's hypothetical situations you're playing over and over in your mind or in your heart. So yeah, come out of that. That's what I have for you guys. If this reading resonated, give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family. Subscribe if you haven't, and book with me should you need it. But if I don't hear from you, then just do take care of yourself and your soul until you hear from me again, okay? Ciao.